Welcome back to Car Riftar, your front row seat to the world's most exciting machines. Today we're diving deep into the razor-sharp adrenaline-charged world of the 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 that if you thought the 911 lineage couldn't push the envelope any further, think again, because this GT3 is a whole new level of precision engineering, motorsport spirit and everyday usability. So buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. The 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 is not just beautiful, it's functional art. Every inch of this car is sculpted with purpose. Up front, the new swan neck wing returns, but it's bigger and smarter than ever, integrated with active aerodynamics for better downforce management. The aggressive front fascia features reworked air ducts that not only cool the brakes but channel air precisely to reduce drag. At the rear, the massive diffuser now extends further under the car, sucking it closer to the road like a vacuum. With a drag coefficient of just 0.34, yet nearly 30% more downforce than its predecessor. At 200 km/h, the 2026 GT3 slices through air with laser-like precision. The GT3 sits 25 mm lower than a standard Carrera and rides on staggered 20-inch front and 21-inch rear forged wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. The carbon fiber roof and hood help keep the center of gravity low, improving agility. And don't even get me started on the paint options. This shark blue metallic absolutely pops in the sunlight. You want a car that looks like a predator? This is it. Step inside the cockpit and it's all business. Porsche hasn't gone overboard with tech. Instead, the focus is squarely on the driver. You get a GT3 exclusive steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, with a red 12 o'clock marker and magnesium paddle shifters for the PDK variant. The instrument cluster remains classic Porsche, an analog tachometer dead center flanked by digital displays that can be configured to show G-forces, lap timers or tire pressures. And yes, you can spec it with a 6-speed manual, which we'll talk about later. The carbon bucket seats are an optional extra, and trust me, they're worth it. Not only do they keep you planted on the track, but they also weigh nearly half of the standard sport seats. The interior trim is minimalist but high quality. You can go full Club Sport package, which adds a roll cage and fire extinguisher, or keep it slightly more civilized. Porsche gives you the freedom to make this GT3 as hardcore or daily drivable as you want. Under the hood deck lid lives a naturally aspirated 4.0-liter flat 6 that revs to a spine-tingling 9,000 rpm. And the 2026 model, it's been tuned to produce 525 horsepower and 470 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 km/h just 3.2 seconds with the PDK transmission, and if you're brave enough it'll top out at 320 km/h. This engine is a masterpiece, lifted almost directly from the 911 GT3 Cup car. It's built to take a beating, lap after lap. The best part, no turbos, no electrification, just pure old school internal combustion, the way it should be. Porsche has resisted the urge to hybridize the GT3, and we should all be grateful. This engine sings, screams and snarls like it's alive, and because its naturally aspirated throttle response is razor sharp, you tap the pedal and it reacts instantly. You get two options, a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed PDK dual clutch. The manual is a dying breed, but Porsche keeps it alive, and it's fantastic. The throws are short and precise, the clutch is firm but forgiving. Heel and toe is a joy, though you can engage auto blip if you're feeling lazy. But the PDK, it's borderline telepathic. Upshifts are lightning fast, downshifts come with perfect rev matching. On a track it's hard to argue against it. It makes you feel like a pro even if you're not. The GT3 rides on Porsche's double-wishbone front suspension, a first for the 911 lineup, which drastically improves front-end grip and steering feedback. The rear axle has rear-wheel steering, which helps this car feel nimble in corners and stable at high speed. There's almost no body roll, no understeer, just surgical precision. Porsche Active Suspension Management keeps everything dialed in, and with the drive modes you can tailor the ride to the road, the weather or your mood. Braking performance is equally impressive. Standard are cast iron discs with 6-piston calipers up front and 4-piston in the rear. But if you want even more bite, carbon ceramic brakes are available. They shave off nearly 18 kilograms of unsprung weight and resist fade like nothing else. The chassis is just as refined, built to endure brutal track punishment yet stay composed on a daily commute. And oh, the sound, it's intoxicating. That flat 6 wail echoes through the titanium exhaust system like a banshee at full tilt. While the GT3 is focused on driving, Porsche hasn't forgotten modern comforts. The 10.9-inch touchscreen infotainment system runs Porsche communication management. It's quick, intuitive, and supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get a decent sound system, though let's be honest, you'll rarely use it when that engine's singing behind you. Track apps, performance timers, and telemetry can all be accessed from the central screen or even your smartphone via Porsche Connect SO if you're into data this car delivers. The GT3 isn't just a track weapon, it's surprisingly livable. The front trunk offers 132 liters of space, enough for a weekend getaway. Visibility is solid. Ride comfort, especially in normal mode, is better than some sports sedans. You can absolutely daily this car if you want to. And fuel economy, well, it's decent for what it is, 12.5 L/100 km combined. Not bad for a race-bred monster. The base price for the 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 starts around $185,000 USD. But let's be honest, once you start adding must-haves like carbon ceramics, bucket seats, club sport package, and custom paint, you're easily looking at over $210,000. Still, for what you're getting, a car that can annihilate supercars 3 times its price on a track, it's hard to call it anything but a bargain in the world of performance motoring. The GT3's main rivals, Audi R8, RWD, Corvette Z06, Mercedes-AMG GT, are all powerful, all competent. But none have the same balance of track pedigree, everyday usability, and sheer emotional connection. The 911 GT3 isn't just a car, it's a symbol of mechanical purity in a world going digital. The 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 is everything a driver's car should be: responsive, soulful, precise, and engineered to perfection. It's one of the last true analog experiences in an increasingly digitized performance market. Whether you're carving up backroads, laying down lap times, or just grabbing coffee, this car makes every drive unforgettable. And if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one, hold on tight, because this might just be the greatest GT3 Porsche has ever built. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Porsche 911 GT3, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a high-octane review from Car Riftar. Drop a comment below. Would you choose this GT3 over a turbocharged supercar, or is the manual gearbox alone worth the price of entry? We want to hear from you. Until next time, keep your revs high and your corners tight. Thanks for watching.